Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great one. It is very gloomy, it is overcast, and there is rain on the way. We are out here at this beautiful lake, as you can see around me. Lots of weed, lots of moss, and we're going to try to catch some largemouth bass before the storms get here. Probably have an hour, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It looks like it could rain right now. It said it was going to hold off until, 5 or so. I don't believe it. It's a little afternoon now, so I'm going to guess an hour, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. Let's get in there and see what happens. I'm going to start with a swim bait, hopefully fish around with that. We might switch over to a Senko, Texas rig Senko, maybe some topwater frogs. I don't know. Maybe not, actually. I'm not sure if I even brought frogs, but we'll see what happens, and hopefully we catch some fish. I am out here in the brand new, the FS10. Freaking sweet 10-footer. That's what it's called. And we're gonna see if we can rip some lips. Kind of like the maiden voyage. It did one video already where I just came out and tried it and caught one fish and called it good to go. This is the first time I'm actually gonna be out here giving it a full hard dangle and see what happens. A full fishing mission, and hopefully we can find some do's and don'ts and likes and dislikes of this kayak. Hopefully no dislikes, honestly, but we'll see what happens. We got a little bit of time. Let's rip some lips. Alrighty, we're rolling. This thing is just, it's incredible. It's a little wiggly on top, but I mean, you can get pretty sideways without feeling like you're gonna dump it. It just, I should say, it feels like you're gonna dump it, but really you've got to go quite a ways over for it to move. I think it cuts through the water way better than my previous kayak. Like, I feel like it leans a little bit, but it could just be me, I don't know. It's a little windy today too, so that's not helping anything, but we're gonna start with some swim baits, work the weed edges, hopefully catch some fish. Stay tuned. Swim bait we're starting with, already got a little weeds on it from last time. Little weedless swim bait action. Let's see if we can catch something this way. And it's kind of nice because you can even throw this as a topwater frog if you need to, just work it on top of the weeds, and then the frogs will come up and snatch it off the surface. First cast, and we are officially fishing. We're in a little bit of a deep hole here. Probably need to get close to the edges, but with all the wind, it's pushing some of that moss so close to the edge, it's tough. And you could definitely frog fish that, but it's hard for a fish to get through. A lot of these fish in here are about 1.5 pounds, and sometimes you get 10 or 15 bites before you actually catch one. And I think the swim bait's a little bit more effective. There we go. Ah, he popped off. What the heck? That stinks. That was the first fish right there. We'll cast back in there a few times and see if we can find another one. Maybe they're up shallow. There's a little bit of shallow ledge here where there's quite a few fish sometimes, and yeah. Took the swim bait, which is neat. I was wondering if the swim bait would work. I was thinking it would, but you just never know. There we go. Feels like a little decent guy, probably pound and a half. Lots of weeds now. Oh yeah. That's an amazing fish. That's a 2. That's a daggum 2-pounder. Only fitting second fish in the boat is a 2-pounder. Caught one in the last video. That's an awesome bass right there. I cannot be any happier about that. That is amazing. Really, really good fish. A couple different bites now. It's tougher than I was expecting. But I am super thankful to be able to get that thing. That is amazing. We're gonna release him. Good fish, definitely a legal keeper if you wanted to keep some. Starting to get a little darker over there. If you look real close on the water, you can see 5 swans going across. Mom, dad, and 3 babies. It's pretty neat. Don't see a ton of swans. One fish so far. Super ecstatic about that. That's incredible. Hoping to get one more, but I can live with one. It just feels good to come out here in the kayak and get a fish. We're early fall fishing right now. I'm not sure if I've said it already or not. 63 degrees when I rolled up this morning, and we'll see if we can we can capitalize on that. The water temperature is still pretty warm, but you know, a couple more days in the 60s, especially in the mornings, and I think there's a really good chance. That we'll be, you know, full-on fall fishing in no time. Once that water gets back down below like 75, the fish really turn back on again. It's been low 80s, mid 80s most of the year, or most of the summer. That's got to be a northern pike. Oh my gosh, another big bass. Oh, lost him. I thought for sure that was a pike. By the way, he just came out of those weeds and just freaking slammed it. Probably 2.5 on that one. This is weird. Most of the fish in here are that textbook 1 to 1.5ers. But I know it's a fish story unless you got the tape on it. But I'm gonna say he was over 2. That last one was probably right at 2. This one looked like he was a touch over. And anything that can bend the rod like that, that's pretty impressive. I knew I didn't have a good hook on him because when he jumped, you could tell. I mean, I could see the whole entire bait. So it was gonna be lucky if we got him in. Another bite though, pretty neat. It's weird fishing today, that's for sure. I don't know if the temperature drops change some stuff in here, but usually we get a few more than this. It's tough, but the bites are quality bites that we're getting. So I'm happy about that. Quality over quantity. That's a good fish. Feels like a nice one. Holy smokes, what is going on? Every fish I'm catching is like 2. I don't know if they did a kill in here and all the little guys didn't make it or what, but that's another, that's a good one. Great fish. Very nice. Thankful to be getting on some. That's like the 4th, 5th bite I've had, second one in the boat. Feels good to get some fish in the new kayak. This new kayak is insane. I love it so much, it's hard to even explain how different it is. It's like going from a Prius to a Ferrari. This thing is legit. The biggest thing I've got to give it is 1, I'm not sitting so low in the water, and 2, having an actual seat. It's a game changer. I'm still comfortable and I'm over 2 hours into this now. Still rolling around the lake, just working the edges. I could go fish the deeper stuff, but just really haven't had a lot of luck in the deep stuff unless it is super cold. So usually, even in the hottest of times of the year, we just go fish around the edges of this lake, and we can usually find a couple just like we have so far today. I've been trying to pause, let these fish take the bait a little longer. Another great fish. What the heck? Wow. They're so short. They're like 15, 16 inches maybe. But you can just tell that these things are eating well. Like, look at the size of them. All the way down to the tail, you've got a thick base there. Another awesome fish. Pretty dark largemouth. Probably 15 inches, I'm going to say. And he's probably 1.75 pounds, getting up there. Just not super long, but very thick. Little swim bait, it is working excellent. Unfortunately, after a few, this part starts to wear out and won't hold it, so you kind of got to bury the hook a little bit into that plastic, kind of make it weedless or keep it weedless. Well, there was a beaver. There was another beaver. I don't know if he's trying to get a peek at me or what, but they're in the area. I really don't want to have to mess with the beaver. You can tell there's been beavers around because a lot of the trees around here have been, you know, knocked down in some places that just, it's not a human being. And there's one spot in particular that I went up to just to investigate, and you could just see all the beaver trail, all the beaver signs. It's just not good for the area. Well, after about 3 bites in the same exact area, I'd love to cast back in there, but do you see a problem with that bait? Yeah, probably could throw it back in there and maybe still get a hit, but I'm just gonna go ahead and switch it out. This bait has just seen way too many fish, so we're gonna switch it out for a new one. Not sure what colors I have in here. I had a mixed box of them, but usually I keep like white pearl, some like gray color, a little bit of like watermelon or bluegill color, and we'll just see. Something like that with a little blue flake in it, that's deadly. We'll try that for now. I've got some white ones in here, but they've already got rigged up with just a regular hook, not a swim bait hook, and so not sure that's a good idea with all this moss around. All right, let's get that fish now. Yeah, half a second later, it was like he was waiting out there for me. Absolutely insane. Hard to tell the size yet. Good fish, great fish. Couple sandhill cranes going over. I'm hoping that there might be more than one out there, but there we go. Good, healthy 14-incher. Pound and a half, maybe. Not as big as the last couple, but great fish. Very, very windy. Sorry about the wind noise. Yeah, see, there's more than one fish in here. I don't know what it is about this spot exactly, but unless that's definitely a different fish. About the same size, but the other one had a huge head on him. It just wasn't a big fish. Another one. What an insane day. I've been fishing for a couple hours, kind of striking out. Now I found a spot that's got 10 different bites in it. All right, y'all, I know it's windy, but I gotta say thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been an amazing day out here. It started off really slow and then exponentially got better. The end of the afternoon was amazing out here. We caught quite a few largemouth. Probably ended the day with around 10. I'm not sure if I'll end up putting all the footage in there or not, but the swim baits were the key. I stuck with it for a little bit longer than I thought I was going to, but it just worked out. I did some topwater frogging for a hot minute and no luck there. I think it's just the cold front that's come through. They want something different. And anytime there's wind, moving baits usually is a good thing to try. So that's what we stuck with today, was the old swim bait. Gotta tell you guys to try them. They're just too good not to try. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And the little kayak, the FS10, it's an amazing kayak. If you can get your hands on one, go get one. It's like luxury. It's so much better than a store-bought Walmart or Rural King little special deal there, where they're just not comfortable. This thing is the Cadillac of all kayaks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.